What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to take a look at all of the purple Digimon from Booster 1.0, that is the worldwide release of the Digimon trading card game. We've looked at the other 5 colours so far, and frankly it would be rude if we did not also take a look at purple. But I warn you at the outset, we're not overflowing with options, literally and figuratively. There are 2 options cards in here, 1 tamer, and the reason is very simple. We are getting Japan's first free sets, BT 1, 2 and 3, in our Booster 1.0 and 1.5. But the majority of our Booster 1.0 is Japan Set 1 New Evolution. And there were no purple cards in New Evolution. There has been no purple starter deck. There will be one. It is coming out in a couple 3 weeks over in Japan. But that means with no starter deck and no Set 1 cards, the majority of our Set 1 being Japan Set 1, we are a little bit lacking. There's some good cards in here. There's some lovely level 6s. But do be warned, there are fewer cards for purple than there are for the first 4 colours. So starting off with the Digitama, we got a couple of options. Pagamon here, when you attack, it's got an inheritable skill. You trash the top card of your deck. And that might sound bad, but we're going to see a couple of Digimon in a moment that do rely on you having either a certain amount of cards or certain specific cards in your trash. Being able to trash cards can be a good thing. But remember, one of the win conditions in the Digimon TCG is your opponent not being able to draw a card during their draw card phase. If you run out of cards, you will lose. The only other option we've got is Yarmon. If you've got 5 or more cards in your trash, this Digimon gains 1000 power. And that's really cool. The extra 1000 power is good, and you'll get to 5 cards in your trash quickly. You can try and accelerate it with some of these cards like Pagamon that do discard, but generally just playing through your deck and having Digimon KO'd, this will happen before too long anyway. But that's it. In terms of your Digitama, they are your only options for now. Moving over into non-Digitama, we've got Demidevemont. 2 cost to play normally, 0 cost to evolve, 3000 power. It's not a good card, but it's a cheap card. We talked about this a lot. You're only going to be able to hatch, evolve, and bring a Digi-Egg out of the breeding area every 2 turns. 1 turn to hatch and evolve, 1 turn to bring out, because you get 1 breeding phase per turn. So the fact of the matter is, the majority of your level 3s are going to be played normally from your hand. 2 cost to play normally is cheap. Impmon has a rather nice skill whereby when it is deleted, you trash the top 3 cards of your deck. Now, trashing cards from the top of your deck randomly, and this is random trashing, that can go wrong, that can be dodgy, that can be awkward, it can backfire, quite frankly. But the fact of the matter is, there are plenty of cards that can take advantage of this, so risky, but often worth it. Gurumon is a great card. It's got an inheritable skill whereby when the Digimon is deleted, remember inheritable skills only work on the Digimon that have evolved from Gurumon, not Gurumon itself. You draw 2 cards and trash a card from your hand. You end up with 1 card more, but you get to see 2 extra cards. So if you're digging for that particular card, if there's one thing you really want, this will help you to get it faster. Tapermon, when it gets deleted, you draw a card. And Tapermon is not an inheritable skill, it's a normal skill, so generally what you do with Tapermon, play it, attack the security. You take out a security card and you're probably going to get deleted, because if you hit a Digimon, unless it's a 1000 power Digimon, you're going down, but that's alright, you get to draw a card. It could be an awful lot worse. Wizardmon, on your turn, if you have a yellow Digimon in play, you gain Retaliation. Now, Retaliation is very much a purple skill. It is, I believe so far, only seen naturally on purple Digimon, and it is a wonderful skill. It says that when this Digimon is deleted after losing a battle, delete the Digimon it was battling. And it does not specify whether it's your turn or your opponent's turn, you starting or not, etc. It is on all turns. If you've got a yellow Digimon in play, you've got Retaliation, and Retaliation just works. So you attack something with Wizardmon, and they're going to delete you, but you're going to delete them as well. So you're fine. Or they attack you to get rid of you, and then Retaliation. And what's even cheekier here, when you get deleted, you draw a card. So not only do you take your opponent's Digimon down with you, you draw a card at the same time. Cheeky, but good. Vilemon is your standard blocker. like we saw in the starter decks for yellow, blue, and red. It's got blocker, which means you can rest it to redirect an attack towards it. But if you attack with Vilemon, you lose 2 memory. Most of the time, you're not going to want to attack with it. Most of the time, losing 2 memory will be too much. But the good news is, it's a blocker, and you're going to need some blockers. Gurumon is a very nice card. It's got an inheritable skill. When one of your other Digimon is deleted, you gain a memory. So you'll notice here that many of the purple Digimon have skills that activate when they are deleted. And this is a standard thing for purple Digimon, alright? They get skills that activate when they are deleted. We've already seen drawing when deleted. Now you've got gaining memory. Limited to once during your turn for fairly obvious reasons. You don't want to go silly gaining memory, because that would kind of make the game a little unbalanced. But certainly your Digimon gets deleted, it's Tapemon, you draw a card. But one of your other Digimon was deleted, it was Tapemon, you get a memory. That ain't bad, ladies and gentlemen, especially if you've got Retaliate as well. Now, Devilmon does have Retaliate as both a normal and an inheritable skill. This is why I like Devilmon. Devilmon itself has Retaliate, and then when you evolve from it, you still have Retaliate. It's quite rare to see a Digimon that has the same skill, both normally and as a Digivolution skill, but I tell you what, love it. Really like Devilmon. Myotismon is a vanilla Digimon, 6 cost to play normally, 2 cost to evolve, 7,000 power, level 5. But if we have a look at the other level 5s, and there ain't many of them, they're all a 3 cost to evolve. This is a 2 cost. It's the same cost as Pumpkinmon to play and only 1 less than the other, so I don't think you'll play it normally. But if you're looking to evolve into a level 5 and you're really just looking for a conduit up to your level 6, this will work. Pumpkinmon has an inheritable skill. When it's deleted, draw 2 and then trash 1 card from your hand. It is exactly the same skill that we saw on Gabumon here, but that's a level 3 and this is a level 5, so you can essentially draw 2, trash 1, draw 2, trash 1. No, you don't draw 4 and then trash 2. You need to completely do one skill then the next. Draw 2, trash 1, draw 2, trash 1. Still a good skill like it was a moment ago. Chimeramon, when you play it, you may delete one of your other Digimon so that you can delete one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon. Doesn't let you delete a level 6 or 7, which is a little bit sad, but you get to delete one of your opponent's Digimon, and you get to delete one of yours. Bearing in mind, we've got lots of Digimon with nice deletion skills, so you can really take advantage. You get to activate all of those skills while deleting one of your opponents. I mean, you delete a Tapemon, you draw a card. You've got a Digimon that evolves from Gurumon on the field, you gain a memory. All you've lost is a Tapemon that you got an advantage from anyway, and then you take out a level 5 from your opponent. Sounds good to me. Where Gurumon has an inheritable skill, when you're attacking once during your turn, you may delete one of your other Digimon to unsuspend this Digimon. Now, we're not going to talk too much about deleting your Digimon. We've just talked about that. We had a pretty nice discussion. You get to unsuspend this Digimon. But bearing in mind this is an inheritable skill, so it's not Where Gurumon that's going to be using this. It is a level 6 or maybe 7 that has evolved from Where Gurumon that's going to be using it. And that is a whole lot different. Your level 6s are going to be good. Well, that's why you're playing them and evolving up into them. It's a lot of work. So being able to then unsuspend them and use them again, yes, that sounds good to me. Venom Myotismon has security attack +1. That is to say, instead of making 1 security check, you make 2. And on one of your opponent's turn, when one of your opponent's Digimon becomes suspended, you gain a memory. But it's not limited to once during your turn, and it is worth noting it is a skill which is just always there. It's a constant thing. Every time your opponent attacks and becomes suspended, or becomes suspended in some other way, you gain a memory. It's a level 6 and it's expensive, but security attack +1 and gaining a bunch of memory seems like something that might be worth playing around with. Piedmont is a very interesting card. It's quite weak at 10,000 power, but it's got that retaliation skill that we like. And when you play it, yes, that is play, not evolve. You've got to pay 12 to make this work. you may play up to 2 level 4 or lower purple Digimon from your trash without paying their memory costs. You just play 2 level 3 or 4 Digimon for free. Now, you are playing them out of the trash, hence why milling yourself could end up being a good thing. You discard them with something like Impmon, then playing with Piedmont. And play skills don't activate, but take a look at the level 3 and 4 Digimon. None of them have play skills, so it's kind of irrelevant if I'm honest with you. There is an alternate art version of Piedmont which is in the set as well. Now, Metal Gurumon, I like this a lot. When you attack, you may play a purple level 3 Digimon from your trash without paying its cost, but any play effects do not activate. So it's only a level 3, not a 3 or 4, but it's an attack skill, which means you can do it every single turn, and it means you can evolve up rather than playing normally. Even though it doesn't have Retaliate, and that does suck, I much prefer Metal Gurumon to Piedmont, bearing in mind if you really want Retaliate, just evolve it from Devilmom and you'll be fine. And then you're playing multiple Tapermon, and you're playing multiple Gabumon, and I just like this. I like Metal Gurumon. If I'm playing purple, I'm playing Metal Gurumon. That is my purple level 6 of choice. But we have had some which have come through from set 3 as well. In fact, for what it's worth, purple has more set 3 cards here than any others. Yay! Although, to be fair, we should talk about Bezelmon, which is a set 2 card, but it's a secret rare, so it comes in at the very end of the set. It is another level 6, and while you have 10 or more cards in your trash, you can Digivolve Impmon into this card with just paying 4 cost. Now, bearing in mind, Impmon is a level 3 and evolves into a level 6. So you pay 4 to evolve your level 3 into your level 6. And of course, you don't need to find the level 5 and the level 6 and the level 4. You just evolve up normally. You should be paying 4 to evolve from a 5 to a 6. You're actually paying it to evolve from a 3 to a 6. Yeah, that ain't bad. Again, another reason why South Mill would be good. The sooner you can get to 10 cards in your trash, the sooner this works nicely. And then when you Digivolve, just delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. Well, 4 or 3, because you cannot target Digitama in the breeding area. You just get to delete a Digimon. Bezelmon is really powerful and has an alternate art, although I prefer the regular art. Also, when I said there were only 2 option cards, that was a blatant lie and I apologise. There's clearly 5. Sorry! We've also got Sukheimon. These are the set 3 cards we got coming in here. Sukheimon here, when you get deleted, you gain a memory. It's another deletion skill. Gaining memory is good. We like it. Demidevemont, when it's deleted, you gain a memory. This is an inheritable skill, so this can be quite nice here. It is worth bearing in mind that the whole when deleted, you gain a memory, it works in addition to Gurumon's here. So it gets deleted, you've got a Digimon that's evolved from Gurumon, and oh look, now you get 2 memory. That's good. Ramon, when you play it, play not evolve, you reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add an option card into your hand and trash the remaining cards. That ain't bad. Baltimore. Now, Baltimore is your vanilla level 6. The first 3 colours, your red, green and blue, they actually got these in the starter decks. They weren't in the starter decks because there was no purple starter deck. And we've just saw just yesterday, I want to say, that there are no vanilla level 6s. They've actually got little skills now, which is cool, in the purple starter deck. But this is filling in a gap. 10 cost to play normally is cheap, 2 cost to evolve is cheap, 12,000 power is powerful. There's no skills here, although you can use the inheritable skills, give it retaliate, etc. But the fact of the matter is it's cheap and it's powerful, and that's why you play it. And then we've got Lilithmon, and it's a good job we do have 5 cards for options, not 2. Sorry. Because Lilithmon loves option cards. When you Digivolve, if you've got 10 or more cards in your trash, again, another reason South Millennium goes really good here. And if you want to be playing these kind of things, you really want to use Pagamon as your Digi-Egg. But if you've got 10 or more cards in your trash, you just get to put 2 purple option cards from your trash to your hand. So not only do the cards in your trash have to activate this skill earlier, or to activate the skill in general, but you also get the option cards in the trash that you can get back. Of course, if you accidentally trash all of your Lilithmon, yeah, you're not using this skill. It can go wrong. Oh, and once during your turn, when you play an option card, you gain 2 memory, which really just means you're paying 2 less to play the option card, unless it's a 1 or 0 cost, in which case you are actually gaining memory, which is cool. Now, speaking of those option cards, we should probably have a little bit of a look. We've got Darkness Claw, a 1-cost card that one of your Digimon gains 3,000 power. That's fine. We see most of the types having this. But if it comes out as a security card, you gain 2 memory. I'm not loving it as a regular option card, although if you play it with Lilithmon, you will actually gain a memory. You're playing it for -1 memory, but I adore it as a security card. It's brilliant. Now, moving into the option cards that I totally looked over earlier, sorry again. Night Raid is a 2-cost option card, and when you play it, you may play a purple level 3 Digimon card from your trash without paying its memory cost. And any play effects don't activate, but we know that none of them have play effects anyway, so you're fine. And as a security card, it does the same thing. There is a lot of playing 3 and 4 cards, level 3 and 4, from your trash without paying the cost in purple. There's lots of self-milling, there's lots of retaliation. Purple have got some tricks and some combos, and I'm kind of loving it. Heat Viper is a 5-cost option card that lets you delete 1 of your Digimon to delete 2 of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. And shout out here because Chimeramon is on the artwork, and of course Chimeramon is the one we saw, that when you play it you delete a Digimon. I love when they have option cards, and they do this quite a bit. Option cards that do the same thing as a Digimon, so they put the Digimon on the artwork. It makes me happy. We've talked about the fact that deleting your Digimon can be good, and here you delete 2 of your opponents. Yes, I am in favour. We've also got Trump Sword, a 7-cost option card, but you delete 1 of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon, and as a security it does the same thing. If they are suspended it doesn't work, but remember that when they play the Digimon, they can't suspend it because they can't use it. It's got summoning sickness, as we would say. So, yeah, you're fine. It's not going to get everything, but it will get a lot, and that is awesome. And then finally, Back for Revenge. It's a 2-cost option card, but one of your Digimon gains on deletion. Play this card without paying its memory cost, and play effects don't activate, but it doesn't matter, none of them have them. For the turn. Actually, that's not strictly true. Some of them do. For instance, we can look at Piedmont, which does have a play skill, because this will get any of your Digimon back, which is kind of awesome. Any of them. Straight away. They get deleted. They come back. Though do remember when they come back, they've still got summoning sickness. Now, we should also take a very quick look here at one more card. That is Millennium Mon. Millennium Mon is a level 7, and though it isn't a purple Digimon, it does evolve from black or purple, so we should take a look at it quickly. When you Digivolve, you return one of your opponent's Digimon to the bottom of their deck, trashing all the Digivolution sources. But remember, we don't really have ways to draw from the bottom of our deck or search our deck, so putting it on the bottom of the deck is tantamount to deleting it, except they deck out 1 turn later, which is awesome. And on deletion, if you had any Digivolution cards, you just play this card straight away from the trash without paying its memory cost. You don't get the Digivolution sources back, you just played a level 7, but if it gets deleted it comes right back again, just like Back for Revenge. Cannot be the only one that thinks that's good. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen, those are all the lovely purple Digimon we are getting. I'm a little bit excited. I'm excited generally about the Digimon TCG. Purple deck I'm going to be making, for anyone wondering, Metal Gurumon, but I would like to know what you think about these cards, and I'd like to know the purple deck that you intend to make. So let me know in the comment section, would you? Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wossy. That's where we talk Digimon and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourself till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays. Bye.